Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. So first off, let's look at the S&P 500. Then I have 5 stocks to go over with you guys in terms of trade setups that are approaching. But before we do that, I want to just touch base on a couple little things that I thought were very, very important. So it's a little bit of a personal pet peeve here with me. But one thing that I've noticed here, we've gotten a couple comments in the last day. What are you doing with this short? What are you doing with that short? Or what are you doing with this long? What are you doing with that long? And it's apparently coming from people who aren't even members. So it's like, dude, like first of all, we're not even in those trades, and you got to be a member. And it always kind of irks me when people are afraid to pay. First of all, we have a 7-day free trial, but people are afraid to pay $99 for a month where they could make $5,000. It's like, okay, genius, what the heck's going on there? And then you talk about trades like, like someone was like, "Are you still short the Qs yesterday?" And I'm like, dude, I was never short the Qs. Like, ask any member. We're not short the Qs. Now, we were long the VXX last week, and then on the dip, we took 10% profit basically on it. And then we're traders. We're in and out. We're swing traders. We're in and out within a few days to a week or so. But again, just because you're watching these videos doesn't mean I'm giving you our exact trades in the research center. And please understand that. If you want the exact trades, if you want to know exactly what I'm in, sign up. Take the 7-day free trial. 7 days free. You can see every single open position I have. Very simple. But anyways, I think that's the point is like, don't be afraid at a 7-day free trial and potentially $99 a month when there's literally thousands. I mean, our members, I made a member yesterday saying they made $45,000 in May, and they're off to a kick-ass start already this month. I mean, think about that. Basically $100 versus 45K, and that's not uncommon, frankly. A lot of our members are making $10,000, $20,000 a month in the research center alone. So anyways, I digress. Let's get back to the action, but I just wanted to point that out, folks. You gotta be a member to see the open positions and what I'm in, and you can always look at the track record to see if I've closed a position, but it doesn't tell you what I'm in via the current long positions or short positions. All right. Anyways, having said that, the spiders today are flattish on the day. Very quiet day, rivaling the volume, which was lightest of the year yesterday. Overall, I wanted to go over a few stock trade setups. First off, you have to look at the Qs. Now, we just talked about some people were thinking I was short the Qs for the last week or so. That is absolutely false. However, I did short it with the Research Center. That's the only tidbit I'll give you today. I did short the Qs with the Research Center today, and we are already in the money on that. So, again, nice pullback. I waited patiently for a double top right here. And there you go. Now, I think I talked about this gap fill right here as a potential trade right there, and we did get a nice little pullback. That's actually the pullback where we played the VXX, made some money off that, and then took profits and ran. But again, you got to know what's a major level, what's a minor level, etc., and then you can play it accordingly. And again, that doesn't just watching these videos. I'm not going to give you my exits and entries. I mean, obviously that's for paying members. You got to know exactly what's going on to be a member. So, anyways, bottom line is I am short via the Qs, basically at the highs here. And again, we're looking for a good pullback. I would say a pullback minimally down to this trend line here would be a good retrace. I think if you wait till the cycle hits later in June into July and August, then you're looking at much more downside. I think probably the Qs revisit 150 to the downside. So that's a lot of potential downside. Looking at a couple other charts here. First Solar continuing to cascade lower as trade war continues with China over solar panels. U.S. put tariffs on, then China's retaliating, and that's just hurting the solar stocks and hurting the companies here in the U.S., and that's going to go lower. So I have a downside pivot point right here. I think you're going down to about $48 a share. Once you get to 48, I think you bounce, but I think there's a lot more downside here. You can see this was a major breakdown on First Solar. See this trend line? That's not just a little breakdown here. When you break a trend line like that, this is going to be a major breakdown, and I think you go to $48 before all is said and done, and before you get a major bounce there. Another stock I'm keeping an eye on is AVGO. Keeping an eye on AVGO because it's had a big rally off the lows. This is a semiconductor play. I have a major pivot trend line right here connecting this high to this high. So it looks like it should get up to about the 264, 263 level. And then once you get there, I'll start eyeing a short. Another stock out there I want to talk a little bit about is Intel. Take a look at Intel here. Intel coming back in after putting a topping tail on yesterday. Topping tails are very, very key here, folks. especially on stocks that are at all-time highs. They can signal a major corrective move and potentially a multi-month, maybe multi-year top. I would not be surprised if Intel's kind of getting in that range at this point. That's a major topping tail yesterday. I like the confirmation today, signaling that it is a confirmed topping tail yesterday. And basically, the way you view something like this is that as long as that topping tail is not closed above, it's valid and it's top. If it gets closed above, then you stop out of any trade that you want to take and you say, okay, well, it could go higher, and you just move aside for a small loss. But the great thing about topping tails here is, I mean, this thing could trade all the way back down to the 40s, the 30s, who knows? And you're just riding it from that beautiful top signal. Same thing applies to Valero. Look at this, guys. Valero, look at that topping tail yesterday. Valero down slightly today, but again, nonetheless, that is a powerful topping tail. I talked about this to the intraday stock chat today. This looks like it goes right back to 100. When it gets to 100, I think you get a major bounce, but I think within like a month or two, this is back at $100. So I mean, you're talking about a 20+% move to the downside possible on Valero in the coming, weeks to a month or so. All right. So again, guys, just a reference here. These are all potential trade setups. I took one trade that I mentioned. I won't mention any of the other ones that I've taken over the last few days. As again, we're in good position to make some good profits. Members continue to profit. Just check out the track record, and you can see it for yourself. But again, this is where it's at, folks. Bottom line is, take a look here. I'll just show it to you. Right, what the heck? So here's our website, and obviously, if we go right to here. Go to track record for the research center, and here's all the trades, folks. These are all the trades that we've closed out. So you can see Micron recently. We were short WLL. We were short both beautiful gains. There's the VXX trade I was talking about. We were a short oil for this pullback. KNDI, we were long. UTX, long, et cetera, and so forth. So, there were some good trades. And what I love about this market is that you get long opportunities and short opportunities. The market is a great swinging market right now. And as I said, this is the best swing trading market we've ever had. I think we've been around for now 11 years or so. And this is the best swing trading market I've experienced. It is nonstop. There's always an opportunity, and the profits speak for themselves. We're on pace to do over 1,000% net total gain this year, even at a micro investing stature of keeping things conservative at 10% in a position. You're still on pace to make over 100% on your money this year alone. I mean, just think about that. You got $1 million in an account. By the end of the year, you could have $2 million in that account. That's incredible, folks. I mean, there's people that dream about that type of money, and here it is, just printing it with members for them via these great swing trades. So come join the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. Get involved. Don't be a piker. Don't get scared over $99 when you're giving up thousands every single month. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Talk to you later, guys. Take care.